right, we're going to start with Math Lab number 1. This is just understanding unit conversion, and if you understand conversion factors, it's pretty easy to start doing dimensional analysis. Really, dimensional analysis is not too incredibly hard, but does take some conversion factors and understanding these conversion factors. So when we look at mass that nurses deal with, we usually look at micrograms, milligrams, grams, and kilograms. And between each of those, we have the micrograms are the smallest. And then the kilograms are the largest. So when we go from micrograms, if we want to go from the smallest units to the largest units, we'll have to divide by 1,000. So we have micrograms to milligrams. So let's just use a value. If we have 400 micrograms, and we want to, which is pretty small amount, but micrograms are very, very many in a number. So if we want to go to milligrams, we have to divide by 1,000. So the way I set this up is just 400 micrograms divided by we don't want to go there yet. We're going to actually set this up with dimensional analysis. So I'm going to put a little line here. And then we're going to say our conversion factor. So we know that there are 1,000 micrograms and 1 milligram. So we're going to put 1 milligram up here and then divide it by 1,000 micrograms. If we do 400 divided by 1,000, this gives us 0.4 milligrams. And that's just one way to convert that. The same thing as if we have a larger amount or a larger unit of mass, such as milligrams, we could go from 4 milligrams, and then we just set that up the same way, and then we know there's a conversion factor. The what we know goes on the bottom is milligrams. We know that there is just the same above, 1 milligram in 1,000 micrograms. Now you see we're actually multiplying by 1,000. So 4 milligrams will give you how many micrograms? And 4 times 1,000 is 4,000 micrograms. Okay. The other thing I like to do is we have a pound. If you write LBS, you can see that that could get confused, especially if you put a period in there. It could look like 105. So when I do pounds, I actually always use the hashtag so it doesn't get confused with other things. There's a conversion factor that you need to know. 1 pound equals 2.2 kilograms. So we're going to divide by 2. If we want to go from kilograms to pounds, then this way, we're going to actually multiply by 2.2. Okay. And then again, looking at time, minutes to hours and hours to minutes. Okay, so let's put this into action. Okay, I just scrolled up on my paper a little bit. We want to convert 5,000 micrograms to milligrams. Again, we're looking for here milligrams. Okay, and we know that there are 5,000 whoops, start with the milligrams. We know that there is 1 milligram in 1,000 micrograms. And we know that there is 5,000 micrograms. what we're going to do is we're going to cancel these out, and it's going to leave us with milligrams, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So then we do 5,000 divided by 1,000, and you get 5 milligrams. Again, convert 44 pounds to kilograms. So we're looking for kilograms. What do we know about kilograms? 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. Okay. And then we have 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So we're looking for 44 pounds. 44 pounds divided by 2.2 will give us the amount of kilograms. We take 44 divided by 2.2, we get 20 kilograms. Okay. Convert hours to minutes. We're looking for minutes again. We know there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. And we know that we have 5 hours. Our values cross out. Sorry, I didn't do that up here. We're left with minutes. 60 times 5 equals 300 minutes. The final one we have is how many seconds are in a year? And you think, wow, that's a lot. Really, all we're doing is converting. So we're looking for minutes per year. We know that there is, let's see, we start with minutes, 60 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm solving for the wrong thing. Scratch that. Let's go seconds in a year. Well, that's what we're looking for. Now there's 60 seconds and 1 minute. Well, there is 60 minutes and 1 hour. There are 24 hours and 1 day. And there are 365 days in a year. Okay, we're just going to take our red pen and cross out anything that's canceled. Minutes will cancel because they're on top and bottom. Hours will cancel because they're on top and bottom. And days will cancel because they're on top and bottom. We have some mathematical magic that happens. Seconds per year comes out because that's exactly what we're looking for. Then on the calculator, when you do 60 times 24 times 365, we get 31,536,000 seconds in a year. Let's do some math problems that a nurse might see. We have metoprolol, 25 milligrams PO is ordered. Metoprolol is available in 50 milligram tablets. How many tablets would the nurse administer? So we are looking for tabs. Okay, and what do we know about these tabs? We know that 1 tablet equals 50 milligrams. We want to give 25 milligrams per dose, right? So when we cross out, we've eliminated our milligrams, and now we'll just multiply straight across. 25 divided by 50 equals 1/2 tab or 0.5 tabs. Okay. Potassium chloride is available in 10 milligrams per tablet. potassium chloride or KDIR 40 milligrams is ordered. How many tablets will the nurse administer? Again, tabs is what we're looking for. We know that one tablet equals 10 milligrams and 40 milligrams is what's ordered. Cross out your milligrams, we're left with tabs per dose. That's exactly what we're looking for. 40 divided by 10. And that kind of looks like 1.0. 40 divided by 10 equals 4 tabs. Here we're transitioning from mass to liquid. Phenytoin or Dilantin 0.1 grams PO is ordered to be given through a nasogastric tube. Phenytoin is available as 30 milligrams per 5 mLs. How much would the nurse administer? Record your answer using 1 decimal place. Okay, so what are we looking for here? The nurse is going to administer medications. We're looking for mLs per dose. What do we know about mLs? We know that there are 5 mLs, and each one of those 5 mLs has 30 milligrams. Our patient is to receive 0.1 grams per dose. And then to do any kind of crossing out, we need to look at milligrams and grams. We know that there's a conversion factor from milligrams to grams. How many milligrams are in 1 gram? So grams has to go on the bottom so that we may cancel out the one on the top. So we know that there is 1 gram with 1,000 milligrams. This helps us cancel out our factors. Grams and milligrams cancel out, and we're left with mLs per dose. 5 times 0.1 times 1,000 is 5. Whoops, sorry. Is 500 divided by 30, and we get 16.66 repeating. So when we look back at our when we look back at our rounding rule, we see that there is record your answer using 1 decimal place. So our final answer would be 16.7 mLs per dose. And the last one ordered is furosemide Lasix, 40 milligrams IV push now. Available is 80 milligrams in 1 ml. How much will the nurse draw up? So again, the nurse is drawing up medication, mLs per dose. Okay, and we know that there is 1 ml has 80 milligrams. Order furosemide Lasix 40 milligrams. Per dose, 40 divided by 80 equals 1/2 tab or 0.5 tabs per dose. And that concludes Stat Math Lab number 1.